While Intel has been slowly trickling out information about its discrete GPUs based on the Xe architecture, at its Architecture Day, it took the wraps off its consumer branding for its GPUs, Arc, and also disclosed that the first Arc product would be codenamed Alchemist, to be available in Q1 of 2022. Alchemist targets the Xe HPG, high-performance gaming, and another highly anticipated GPU codenamed Ponte Vecchio targets the HPC, high-performance computing, segment. As you would expect, with different target markets, these GPUs also have different core configurations and thermal envelopes. Xe HPG, Arc AlchemistIntel sees a vibrant PC gaming market as an opportunity to enter the GPU segment with its discrete Arc offerings. Intel's Xe HPG product line seeks to continue Intel's generational graphics performance improvements from what XeLP, low power, achieved inside of Tiger Lake, doubling Gen 11's performance. With the discrete Xe HPG part, Intel targets a much higher performance profile with a correspondingly high power envelope. One of the critical features of the new Alchemist SoC based on the Xe HPG architecture is its new supersampling feature, which will get many comparisons to NVIDIA's DLSS. Intel is calling this ZSS, and since it is using neural networks and matrix multiply hardware, which it is calling XMX cores, it does appear to be fairly like NVIDIA's approach, which is a good thing. However, there is a version of ZSS that does not require XMX hardware and instead takes advantage of DP4A to maximize the compatibility of the software with its many integrated GPUs. The Xe Core, Xe HPGThe Xe Core varies across the Xe family of GPUs, with XeLP, Xe HPG, and Xe HPC having different core configurations. Inside each core are different engines, smaller purpose-built cores, primarily vector and matrix cores. Intel calls these the vector engines and matrix engines. In the Xe HPG core, you get 16 vector engines and 16 matrix engines, producing 256 bits and 1025 bits per cycle. This design appears to be fairly like NVIDIA on the vector cores but appears to have twice as much matrix multiplication capabilities. 4 Xe Core units make up a render slice, which adds ray tracing units, texture samplers, and geometry, rasterization front ends. A whole Xe HPG Alchemist SoC consists of 8 slices of Xe cores with an L2 cache between them all. This part will also be built by TSMC using its N6 process node, considered a leading process node against Samsung's 8 nanometers, used by NVIDIA, and TSMC's own 7 nanometers, used by AMD. Intel gave the Arc family a roadmap, suggesting that the future Arc GPUs will be faster than the previous generation, with Battlemage, Z2, and Celestial, Z3, appearing to be built on the same architecture. At the same time, Druid is considered Xe next architecture.